What's up, y'all? Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash and Delmarva Christmas Lights. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. We hit 10,000 subscribers last week. Excited to finally hit that level for the channel. It's just testimony to time and effort, and I know certainly things have slowed down a bit, but just happy to reach that level. It opens up some new things for me on YouTube. We may end up doing a memberships kind of deal. I already had somebody reach out to me about the whole licensing of images, which I'll just throw this out there, guys. Any of the pictures that are on any of my business pages, one, we try and watermark everything, but you do not have authorization to use any of my pictures for your own purposes, especially not without asking. But you're capable of making these same pictures and whatnot. So I want to talk about something from last year about this time. It's winter. Now, we've been very fortunate here in Maryland. We've only had 1 week, or maybe a little bit longer than that so far. I mean, here we are finishing the first week of February, and we've had a total of 1 week where we had freezing temperatures in the 20s a lot of days. It caused a lot of drama, a lot of issues for us. We were kind of pushing just to get these jobs done, and it just ended up being a less than efficient situation. But we're off to a decent start. I think we did almost $16,000 in work in January. So for those of you guys who, oh, January, it's dead, especially if you're in an area that's temperate like where we are. We've been doing work all week. Tuesday was basically could have rocked some shorts if we wanted to. Wednesday was 10 degrees cooler and overcast, and you felt like you needed a hoodie. And then it's been colder, rainy, all kinds of stuff, but still able to go out and get work done. So going into 2020, a couple things I'll go ahead and throw out there for you guys. Our goal this year, I know we hit $500,000 plus in overall revenue. I want to do over $500,000 in just washing, and $250 in Christmas lights. Big part of that, one of the things we did this week was we took down, actually the main thing we did this week was take down all the lights off of a huge project we did with another Christmas lights contractor. These lights are a couple years old, but they still got plenty of life left in them. But for the premium client that this is, contractor wanted to make sure that that he's giving them quality stuff, especially because this client's apparently considering making some changes. It was a lot of lights to take down. It was 1,200, 1,300 lights over the last 4 days. Made some mistakes in our takedown process that we could have certainly done some things more efficiently, and it certainly has thrown a wrench in some of our scheduling. Because I was talking about other random cleanings, but so I'm sorry. Back to this time of year. Don't stop your marketing just because everybody else has stopped. It's interesting. I hear people talking about not turning off their Google AdWords this time of year. Well, unless you've got so much money that you don't need leads, you don't need to go run estimates now, I would still run it. You're going to find that if, let's just say there's 20 or 30 or 50 companies that are doing Google AdWords, or 5, if 80 to 90% of them shut down their Google AdWords, or their paid search, whatever advertising marketing that it may be, this time of year, that leaves you that ability to get a higher search ranking for less money. We also want to make sure that people that are looking right now, there's all kinds of pluses and minuses on it, but ultimately, there's somebody who's looking right now, and whether or not they want to schedule you for March or April, be ready, get those leads in, and say, hey, Ms. Johnson, I'm glad we got a great price. You like that? As soon as we have a day above freezing, we'll get out and get it done. Having any income, especially if you're newer in this, having $2,000, $5,000, $6,000 over the January through February time frame, or even through March, makes a huge difference both in your stress level, your sanity, and business. Just having that cash flow can be a huge thing. It can give you that opportunity to go ahead and work on upgrading equipment, some new changes and things. We just bought the box truck, which you guys probably saw in the previous video. By far the newest vehicle that I've ever owned for the business. It's only 5 years old, or 4 years really. It still has a warranty and everything. We're going to be doing a big build on that box truck. Really excited. We're going to be putting in a side access door. We're going to go back to having IBC totes in the back. We're going to do two 330 tanks, so they'll be a little bit taller, but it'll allow us to better use the space, and also to be able to use the space above the tanks better. So we'll show you some of the plumbing things that are going on there. Safety wise, so we had routed all of our exhaust fumes from the current box truck, from the pressure washers, down and out of the pressure washer, or down and out of the box. Recently, the welds that the guys put on there at the welding shop gave up so much vibration, being near a bleach tank and whatnot, and that's not having it fully vented. So now we've got this exhaust is blowing straight into and towards one of our tanks. Got a piece of plywood there, so that's helping to protect it from the heat. But that ends up meaning that we have exhaust fumes filling up the whole back of that box truck super quick. So anytime that we're operating that truck, all the windows have to be open. We have little side hatches and stuff. And very soon we will have that fixed so that we have the fumes going down and back out the way that they used to. It's crazy because right now ran one of the pressure washers. I had to get up in there, fire up our hot box, and like instant headache. It's not safe. So guys, if you've got your truck, it's not properly ventilated, ventilate it right now. Do that. If you get lightheaded, something's wrong. And I don't have a sense of smell, but I know I'm having trouble, instant headache and just not feeling good right away. Things are not good there. So that's about it, guys. I'll show you some real cool stuff. We cleaned a crane the other day. I believe I posted up the drain culvert cleaning, or you can check out our page, facebook.com/clean power wash. And sorry, one last thing. It's great if you want to follow and like the page. Somebody made the good point that, asking, hey, what's your process on the pictures? Or, hey man, boost that. Or, was that just bleach that you used? Or what was your, those kind of questions. While I understand certainly as the way our page and channel is, that's something that will happen. Better off just to go ahead and send me a text or a PM to either my regular messenger or my CPW Rob. That one's actually better. That way I don't get dinged on response times to you. And it's also, you can like the post all you want, but just some of those comments do detract a little bit from the actual purpose of the business page, which is for me to make money serving my local clients. Have a great day. See ya.